Hi everyone, and welcome to this tutorial where I'll show you how to use the new MetaHumans you can now generate directly inside Unreal Engine 5.6, together with Dialogue and Quest Master. For this tutorial, I've created a brand new MetaHuman. I've sped up this part of the video since the process is pretty straightforward, but it involves a lot of loading time while the character is being generated. Once the character has been generated, make sure to save everything, then duplicate the provided blueprint and open the duplicated version. Go to the class settings and change the parent class to BP_dialog character. Next, open the viewport and drag the root component onto the mesh component to make it a child. Select the mesh component, search for the tags section, and remove the existing tag. We'll move it to the body component instead. Now select the body component, search for tags, and add the tag body. Then select the face component and add the tag head. Go back to the body component. As you can see, no animation blueprint is assigned. Same for the face component, there's no animation blueprint here either. So we'll need to create our own to animate the character properly. Select the actor's root, search for tags, and assign a tag so that Dialogue and Quest Master can recognize the character during dialogue. In this case, I'm using the tag TodoMH. Add this tag to your character. Now select the root component and reset its location and rotation. Let's now create the animation blueprints for the body and face. To do that, we first need to find the correct skeleton for each part of the character. Normally, you can find this by looking at the skeletal mesh of the character. However, in UE 5.6 there's a small bug. The skeletal mesh asset fields appear as none, even though they're clearly loaded. To work around this, open the original blueprint and check the mesh components there. Here I'm searching for the body mesh. Then I open the mesh and check for its skeleton. Once you've identified the skeleton, create a new animation blueprint based on it. Inside the animation blueprint, add a default slot so we can play anim montages. We'll also add an idle animation to make the character look less stiff. To do that, take the idle animation provided in the project template and retarget it to your character's skeleton. Once the idle animation is retarget, go back to the animation blueprint and add it to the anim graph. Go back to your character blueprint and assign the animation blueprint to the body component. Now let's create the animation blueprint for the head. Create a new animation blueprint and select the face_archetype_skeleton as the target skeleton. Inside this blueprint, just add a default slot. This will allow us to play anim montages for facial animations. Go back to your character blueprint and assign the face animation blueprint to the face component. Place your actor in the level. Add a dialogue actor component to the actor, and assign the dialogue asset you want to use. In this example, I'm using a dialogue asset that already has a voice audio file. We're now going to generate facial animation using MetaHuman Performance. Important: make sure to disable the Enable Head Movement option. Otherwise, you may end up with a visible gap or mismatch between the body and the head during the animation. Once your facial animation is generated, create an anim montage from it. Then go back to the dialogue asset and use the auto-assign animation option to link it. And that's it. If you followed all the steps correctly, you should now get a result like this.
Hello, I am a test MetaHuman for Unreal Engine 5.6.
I hope this tutorial helped you get started with MetaHuman integration in Unreal Engine 5.6 using Dialogue and Quest Master. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.